Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here. Today I'm going to be filming my October favourites. I can't again believe we're at the end of October already. October was a wonderful month. I did some really interesting things and I have some really exciting stuff going on at the moment in my personal life, which is great. I've also been continuing on with my wedding preparations, which has been great. We've sent out sort of save the dates and things now, which is really exciting. And yeah, I'm just absolutely loving everything about it. We also went on holiday, so I went on holiday with my fiance. I went with my dad, my nana and my granddad, and we had a wonderful time. It was really rainy because we went in October. It was a really stupid time to go. You know what, we got through it, we had a great time, and so yeah, so I kind of had a really interesting month and I've just really enjoyed myself. So I want to start with music at the top of the list. So my favourite 3 songs that I've listened to this month have been Jealous by Nick Jonas. This song, I can't remember who he sings it with someone, but I will put it up here and then down below for you. But I absolutely love that song. Literally, me and my fiance were in the car driving, I can't remember where we were going now. We drove somewhere and we literally had the best time. Like, I was literally singing this song at the top of my voice, and we had like a playlist going and it was wonderful and I absolutely love it. So Nick Jonas, Jealous is just one of my favourite songs of all time. The second one I want to talk about is Marry You by Jason Derulo. I kind of played this as like a joke sort of thing in the car initially on a playlist, and then I just absolutely loved it. So yeah, kind of made me cry too at one point because I don't know, I think sometimes like the thought of getting married feels like it's ages away, and then I think about the fact that it's literally less than a year now. So at the beginning of the month, so we're getting married on the 5th of October next year, and it was the end of like the 1 year to go at the beginning of this month, which was terrifying but amazing all at the same time. So yeah, it was just wonderful all around. And then a really special song is the last song of this of my favourites this time, and that is because so the wonderful Victoria from What Victoria Read had seen my last favourites video where I talked about the fact that I was trying to find my first dance song, which by the way guys I still haven't found. We're kind of just leaving it for a bit and coming back to it when we kind of think about it a bit more. But she sent me a lovely message on Twitter while I was on holiday saying that she'd been on Spotify and this song had come up on a playlist on there, and she thought it was a really good idea song. Now, although it's not the song that we've decided not to use the song, however, we are going to have it as part of the like wedding playlist and have people like have it on, and you know, while people are there. But it's such a beautiful song. I thought it was just a really lovely thing for her to like think of me and to send that to me. So the song is Love is a Verb by John Mayer or Meyer, I never know how you say his name. I don't really listen to John Mayer's song. I've never really had any come up before. This one came up and I just thought it was beautiful. It was an absolutely gorgeous song, and it is a really great first dance song, like it would be amazing. I don't think it's the song for us, but it's just so wonderful, and yeah, like I said, it will definitely go on the playlist for the evening, and I'm really excited about it. So a massive thank you to Victoria, because that was just really sweet of you, and yeah, I just love that, so thank you so much. So next up, I want to talk about my 3 favourite booktubers of the month, and I've been spoilt this month. I've watched loads of great channels. The first of which is the wonderful Brit from the channel Basically Brit. I love Brit's channel. I think she's just a wonderful person. She started doing these like 24-hour readathons, which I'm hoping to take part in my first one. I think it's the 16th of November, so looking forward to that. She I love her. She's just, everything about her is amazing. I love how enthusiastic she gets about everything, and I just really enjoy watching her videos. So yeah, I can't wait to keep watching, but she's definitely been my favourite this month. Next up, we have the wonderful Caitlin from the channel Kitty G. I've definitely mentioned Kitty G before I think it was in a shout out that I did for her, but she's definitely been a favourite of mine. She reads a lot of sci-fi, which is strange because I don't really read sci-fi fantasy. That's not really my genre, but I love to watch her videos anyway because she just loves them, and yeah, I just really enjoy it. The way she talks, also her intro and outro are like the best things ever. So yeah, I love that. So she's definitely been a favourite. And then thirdly and lastly in this little section is Crystal from the channel She Reads Every Day. I got into watching her videos because I started loving watching like TBR videos with different like Monopoly boards and like wheels and stuff, and I watched her October TBR, which was she's like the wheel on her phone, she's got a thing, and I absolutely loved it. I think she's just really lovely, really sweet. is reading some really interesting books, and she's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, all around I just loved it, and yeah, I will definitely be continuing to watch her videos. Next up is my favourite TV show of the month, and I watched a series on Netflix that was called Criminal. This it was 3 parts, but I know that basically what Netflix has done is they've done 4 different sets of 3, if that makes sense, but each one is in a different language and for a different country. So there's like Netflix Spain, Netflix France, oh sorry, Criminal Spain, Criminal France, I want to say, I don't know what the other one is, and then there's the UK one. So I watched the 3 episodes for the UK, but you can actually access the other ones. I imagine they'll just be like subtitled. So I do want to watch the others because they're really interesting. So basically the premise is each episode it's literally set in a interrogation room, essentially, the whole thing, and it follows a team of interrogators who are trying to find out what happened. So like the first one, it stars David Tennant, and it follows his stepdaughter, I believe, has been found dead, and he is being interrogated about it. And then the second one is about a girl whose sister's boyfriend has been found dead, and again the same sort of thing. And then the third one is about really kind of like horrifically quite poignant at the moment. It's about a man who is being interrogated because he drove a lorry that had a load of migrants in the back of it, and they are worried that the migrants are all going to be dead by the time they get to them, which, like I said, is incredibly poignant because obviously the news story recently, which is just heartbreaking, of the Chinese migrants that were found dead in the back of a lorry, which is just, I don't know, it breaks my heart. So yeah, so it's a great series. Like I say, I watched all 3 episodes in one day. I went straight through them all, loved them. I thought it was a great premise. I think that it's not like, it's very intricate and very kind of like dialogue based, if that makes sense. It's not, you're not going to have loads of gruesome pictures of anything, or it's not gory in any way. It's just really interesting, and for someone who studied law, I found the whole thing just really interesting, seeing like the interrogation and just seeing that whole thing. So yeah, I thought it was fantastic, and I highly recommend. Now on to my favourite book of the month, and I really struggled with this one because I didn't actually have any 5-star reads of the month. I'm filming this on the 26th, so it's a little bit early, but I currently don't have any 5-star reads. Potentially I might by the end, but at the moment I don't. And so I've gone with a 4-star read. I had 4 4-star reads so far, and none of them were like super standing out to me. But I think the one that probably has stuck with me the most is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This, I started off, I read like the first 100 pages, and I was like, I feel like I'm going to have to DNF this because I'm not really drawn in, and I was finding it took me ages. Now I will say this is what is this? It's a 350 page book, and it took me ages to read, like probably like a week and a half to read. So it's definitely not a fast-paced read. So this basically follows a boy named Wade who he lives in a world where there is this virtual reality called the Oasis, and the man who created the Oasis essentially has just died, and so he has in his will left these clues for people to be able to unlock the Oasis and essentially own it themselves, but only one person can win. And then there's these quests and people trying to figure out what happened and people trying to find it, and there's companies and corruption, and it's really, really interesting. There's a lot of 80s references in this, which I never really understood because I didn't play games from the 80s. I don't really play games that much either. And it is really kind of like good versus evil, and I did enjoy that side of it. I think the second half is much stronger than the first. So if you're not gonna like push through the first half, like you might enjoy the second half, but the first half I found really, really slow. But it was definitely a great read by the end, and it has really stuck with me for the rest of the month since I read it. So yeah, I have to say it's my favourite book of the month so far. So next up is my 3 favourite YouTubers who are not BookTubers, and the first one is a family channel, the Saucony Jolies. A lot of you probably have heard of them. They are a family of Anna and Jonathan are the parents, and then they have 4 children. So they have Amelia, Eduardo, Alessia and Andrea, and yeah, I just really like watching their channel. I really find it like comforting, and it's really good to see kind of like their daily lives, etc. They do get a lot of hate, and they do talk about it a bit more recently, and Anna has sort of recovered now, I guess, from an eating disorder, which I find to be incredibly helpful. And yeah, I just really love their channel, and it just sort of, I don't know, gives me all the feels, I guess. So yeah, I really love their channel, and I've loved watching it this month. The second channel I've been obsessed with this month is the channel Cut. Now, it has a lot of subscribers, etc. And it's like I don't really know how to describe it, but it does lots of different like funny videos, like Truth or Drink, which is probably my favourite series on there. They also do different ones, like they had a relationship expert try and guess who was the couple. So there was like a load of people in a room, and she had to guess which ones were together. And yeah, it's not PG, should we say. They do swear a lot in that. The Truth or Drink's really funny. There's a few like exes play Truth or Drink, or like boss versus employee and stuff like that, which I just think the whole thing is really great, and I get sucked into watching them, and I literally can watch them for like 4 hours straight without even realising the time's gone by. So I love the channel. I think it's great, and it's a lot of fun. Then the third one is Anna, or Viviana, from the channel The Anna Edit. She used to be Viviana Does Makeup a long time ago, but she changed, and I love Anna's channel. She's just really lovely. She did a video talking with her husband recently about like marriage, and yeah, she's just wonderful. She does like a lot of fashion videos, talks about sustainable fashion a lot as well. She does makeup videos, beauty tips, and yeah, she's just a channel I've watched for a really long time. And then on to 3 YouTube videos that I've really enjoyed this month. So the first was a big homeware haul that Gabriela did. Gabriela is a channel again that I've really loved for a long time, and she has recently bought her own house, and so she's like making up her house, or like they're in the middle of renovating and things. But she did a massive homeware haul. I think she did like IKEA and stuff. Now, if you don't know, I'm hopefully going to be moving in the next couple of months in with my fiance, so I'm loving all the tips. I'm loving all of the like videos about homeware and stuff, which is really great. So yeah, definitely really enjoyed that video. I also watched a mukbang, is that what it's called, by Bennett. So Bennett is a study tuber, I guess, who is currently at Oxford University, and she's in her 2nd year, I think. And yeah, she is amazing, and she did a video mukbang with a lady called V, who I've not actually heard of before. I think she does have her own channel though, which it's really interesting. I really loved that one. They talk about amazing things. It's like a 20-minute video. They sit and eat KFC. They talk about stuff, and I really enjoyed that one. And then the third and final video for this little bit is the September favourites, which I realise is weird putting in an October favourites, but I always find they come out at the end of the month, and I kind of watch them at the beginning of October. But it was Novelle Novels, or Emily's September favourites. I love Emily's channel. I watch every single one of her videos religiously, and her September favourites was great, and I look forward to her October favourites, because her favourite videos are some of my favourites. I'll say that again. And then finally, my favourite film of the month was a film called A Simple Favour. It has Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in, and it's like a thriller type thing. So basically they become friends at the school gates. Basically their 2 sons go to school together and they're friends. But Anna's character, I can't remember what their names are, so I'm just going to say Anna and Blake. Anna's character meets, or goes to Blake's character's house. Blake is very kind of she has a very weird job, and she asks Anna for a favour, and she asks her to pick up her son from school, and then she goes missing and nobody knows where she is, and it goes from there. It is twisted, it is completely messed up in places, it's very strange, but I absolutely loved it. It was a great film. It was a great one to just sit and watch. It's a couple of hours, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was wonderful, and I think that all the characters in it were amazing, so definitely a great one. And yeah, that is my favourites for the month of October. I'm going to do my video shout out now. And then my video shout out is going to be for the beautiful Chloe from the channel Books with Chloe. I really enjoyed watching her videos around October time. She did some really great different reads, and yeah, I just really think that she's wonderful. I think that you all need to check her out because she's great. She has a lot of subscribers, so I'm assuming most of you probably know who she is. She's just really lovely, and I love to watch her videos, and yes, I would like to shout her out. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments down below what has been your favourite book of the month of October. Let me know down below. Bye guys.